What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. Greening Out Gridiron podcast, episode 14.
Yeah.
Continuing off our division series here. We already finished the entire NFC division, so if you want to go look at that, check that out. Check it out on YouTube, our website, Greening Out Gridiron.
Yeah.
And then
.home.blog.
greeningoutgridiron.home.blog. That's the website. Check out our blog, posted by Stack Guy himself. We got a new one out there. Walsh, give him the title.
So OBJ, real name, no gimmicks.
No gimmicks. All right, guys, go check it out.
Ryan Walsh's relationship with Odell.
We have a very tenuous relationship.
All right, so today we're going to be heading into the AFC, and we're actually going to start with the AFC West. But before we do that, let's get in and introduce everybody. I'm Garrett. We got Chris over here. Say what up, Chris.
What's poppin'?
We got Hart over there. Say what up, Hart.
What's good?
We got Walsh over there. Say what up, Walsh.
Stack guy.
We got Jay over here. Say what up, Jay.
What's up?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get into the AFC West. Like I said, first team we'll get into is the Broncos. What are we
Nice.
thinking of the Broncos this
You
year?
can't spell elite without Joe Flacco.
Correct, man.
Facts.
So, one of the big names that pops into my head when you think of the Broncos is Philip Lindsey. He had a sick year last year. Undrafted rookie. Came in and tore shit up.
Yeah, he was so good.
He hurt his wrist going into the end of the year, though.
I don't remember.
I think it probably won't affect him that much, but what do you guys think of Philip Lindsey this year?
I love him.
You love him?
I love him. I think he's going to be a very, very solid running back that you're going to get for cheap.
RB1?
Nah, probably not.
Solid
High
RB2 though.
Yeah,
Solid
I think it'll be a
RB2.
solid RB2.
I think you can get him at a good position for him to be like really worth it.
He's in the 4th round right now, so.
Yeah. That's a really good round
Yeah.
for Philip
I think
Lindsey.
he's just super versatile in that he can run and he catches a lot of passes out of the backfield.
Yeah.
And that's good for a PPR in terms of value.
He's so small. too.
Consistent.
Yeah, he gets big plays too.
Consistently.
They use him on the goal line, like
He's their all-around back.
He's
Sounds
their
all
guy.
back.
He's their main guy.
yeah.
He
Until
stole
Drew Lock takes over, he's the guy.
They
He's
stole-
5'8",
Yeah.
190 pounds.
Well, MJD was
Look at
about
that
that
throw.
size, no?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
he was
MGD was
ginormous.
huge. Yeah, this guy's small as shit.
He's
This guy's
got
quick.
He's got nice hair.
He
He's got
does.
real nice hair.
He lives in his parents' basement. Did you guys see that
It
stuff?
looks a little like Eric Andre.
He's not making any money right now.
He
probably.
does. No, he makes like money.
Undrafted rookie.
Yeah, but
He's probably not on a very long deal though.
Yeah, it's probably not a very.
So he'll get his
contract.
money.
he'll
pretty
get
soon.
his money.
Oh, yeah.
But right now he's living in the basement.
I mean, the minimum is still living comfortably.
Exactly. Like he's just saving at this point
Mhm.
because his parents are like, yeah, stay with mom and pop.
He was a running back 1 or 2, 2/3 of games last year. So
Really?
that's really good.
Yeah. Dude, I traded him.
Really?
I traded George Kittle and Philip Lindsey for Julian Edelman and Evan Ingram.
Wow.
And that was before George Kittle really even popped off. And that was the week before I traded Philip Lindsey. It was when he had 2 points against Baltimore.
He popped off like week 3, week 4, something like that.
He had a
suck.
decent game, and then
You
he
suck.
played Baltimore, like fell off, and I was like, okay, this kid's probably not going to do anything again. And then,
Baltimore was
Fuck him up.
hot.
What
in the
is
last
that
season.
garbage ass trade?
dude, it was bad. It was bad. It was the
Yeah,
worst
dude,
trade I
that's
could have done.
garbage.
This is the worst trade I could have done. But I still managed. I was all right. Gave up a
What
lot.
week did he pop?
You didn't even make playoffs.
3 or 4.
Yeah, but I didn't lose.
Yeah. So is that what you're just
You're
rooting
having some
for? Not
technical
losing?
difficulties.
It's loading.
If I don't make playoffs, that's all I have to worry about is not
Well,
losing.
Yeah, but you
And I was like the next seed,
Really?
like it's in this playoff.
Well, because then he like died down, didn't he? And then he became consistent towards the middle of the season.
Who?
Lindsey.
Philip Lindsey?
Let's see them numbers. I don't think that's very true.
So
I
he
think
started off hot.
Yeah.
He was the RB13 week 1, the RB18 week 2.
This is when I traded him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 65 week 3, and then since week 4 he was consistent.
Yeah. He had a nice
And
stretch.
then week 11 he was 4, week 13 he was 3.
It was
Not as
when
good
Royce
as I
was still
remember.
getting so many touches.
What?
Royce was getting a lot of touches.
He was?
He was.
He was at the time.
Because he went into the season, Royce Freeman, as the primary back.
Yep.
Mhm.
I drafted him like that too.
You did. You drafted him in the 4th round
That was fun.
after 3 wide receivers.
Yep. That was a good time.
But Besides the running back position, any big receivers that you guys want to cover on the Broncos? I mean,
Sanders.
Emmanuel
Sutton,
Sanders,
maybe.
but didn't he just come off an Achilles?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll be
he's
back.
wrong, though.
He'll put up
As of
probably
today.
like 800 yards, or maybe not even 800, maybe 700 to 800 yards, probably 5 touchdowns.
As of today, he started, I think, running in practice.
But Sutton's
So
gonna
that's a
be the
pretty
guy.
big step.
You think Sutton's gonna have a big year?
Yeah, because I think it's time for him to step up. Because Sanders is not a spring chicken anymore.
He
didn't
was
do it
really
last
good
year.
last year.
Who?
Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really
He's
good.
like 30 now, and he
insane.
got injured.
What?
He's getting older, and he got injured.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not too far removed from being incredible. He was like insane in the beginning of the season. last
I
year.
didn't predict him to have bad numbers.
Do
Yeah,
they have
but
a
I don't
tight
know
end?
if he's healthy. I feel like he's gonna be good.
They drafted Noah Fant this year
Right.
in the first round.
I feel like
Emmanuel
you can
Sanders had 71 receptions for 868 yards and 4 touchdowns. So I'm saying he'll have about the same numbers.
in a full season,
He played 12 games.
I think.
I think he'll have more receptions, but I think yards that's kind of what you
Wait,
can
what
get.
were his yards again?
868.
Oh, okay,
I think that's fair,
decent.
especially if Flacco is not great.
So
I'm sorry.
Flacco slings it though.
he probably would have had over 1,000 yards and how many touchdowns? How many touchdowns did he have?
4.
4?
Yep.
That's not as many as I remember. He was really good in fantasy though.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But he's 31 now.
What do you guys think of Deshaun Hamilton?
I don't think of Deshaun Hamilton.
You don't think of him before you go to bed at night?
No.
What about Cortland Sutton?
We just said we think Cortland Sutton's gonna have, or he thinks
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton's gonna
That
have
started this whole debate.
Yeah.
That's part of the
Who was it?
principle,
Noah
I'm sorry.
Fant. They drafted this year, first round.
First round.
First round. So they drafted a tight end in the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the Iowa guys.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be a relevant fantasy option anytime soon though.
I mean, they don't really even have a quarterback, so
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a lot of Philip
I
Lindsey
mean-
this year from that offense.
If Flacco's starting, he's always had a good relationship with his tight ends in terms of like usage. He likes going to his tight ends. Like Dennis Pitta was good back in the day.
Dennis Pitta. But yeah. So anybody else we want to touch on the Broncos or
Not really, honestly.
Defense is gonna be good.
defense is good. We got
It's
Bradley
solid.
Chubb,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then you got
Von
Von
Miller.
Miller.
Obviously. Chris Harris.
Jr.
Yeah, he's a beast.
So you got some dogs. Those edge rushes, those are scary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those two guys coming at you,
Yeah.
For sure. They're putting pressure on.
and you need those guys, especially when you're going up against Patrick Mahomes, who we'll talk about later.
Big Daddy Patty.
Foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. All right, so MVP of the team, I think I'm rolling with Philip Lindsey.
I second that notion.
Mm-hmm. Maybe one of those defensive guys I could see.
Yeah,
But
I'll
I
take
don't
Von Miller as my MVP.
Von Miller.
Yeah.
I'll take. Part of me wants to say Drew Lock.
Really?
Because I feel like he could come in like week 3 or 4 and change that team around, but I'm not necessarily confident that he can do that. So I'll just go with the safe pick of Philip Lindsey. But Drew Lock's in my mind.
Yeah, interesting. Jay, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm struggling to not pick Philip Lindsey, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna
Sounds
pick
like a
Phillip
play,
Lindsey.
man.
Yeah.
Record-wise, what are we thinking? I'm saying 6-10.
Yeah, I agree with that.
4-12.
6-10. They win games sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
They have won games in the past.
Tough
It's
division
an
this year for them,
advantage.
though.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
One of those problems going to be the Chiefs. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the
Big
Chiefs.
problem.
Obviously,
Back there.
the main person you think of when you think of the Chiefs now is Big Daddy Patty Mahomes. You think he's going to have another great year coming into his 3rd year, but second starting?
Absolutely. Why would anything change?
Mm-hmm. He's a beast. He's a
Yeah.
freak athlete. I think he's the man. I was hyping him up before it was cool. Just
You
wanna
would.
throw that
No,
out
I can
there.
attest to that. You
Yeah,
definitely
I
would.
was hyping him up before it was cool.
Yeah, he used them in Madden, by the way, for reference.
Yeah, I was in that league.
And
he was the MVP.
he was MVP. He was phenomenal. It was foreshadowing. But without
The
Tyreek,
Panthers, though.
well, actually, I saw today that Tyreek might just still play.
He's suspended
So weird.
indefinitely, so there's no
I
time for
don't
his
think he
return.
should, because he's just a bad person. They shouldn't allow him to make millions of dollars.
But goddamn, can he play football?
Yes, he's very
Yeah,
fast
man,
and he can
he
catch
plays
footballs,
football.
But
I
We don't have to
think
get
that's
into
awesome.
if Tyreek doesn't play, does that affect Patty Mahomes' fantasy value at all?
Yes.
Not at all.
Well, like slightly,
Yes.
but like not enough to make him not my number one ranked quarterback.
Yeah, well, he threw last year 5,097 yards, 50 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. I could see that dipping to like 4,300 yards, 35 to 39 touchdowns, and maybe get the interceptions down a little bit. That would be cool. That was so loud.
Sorry.
But I think he's still a top tier, if not the number one. You have to consider him the number one just because of what he did last year. But you can definitely expect a dip in numbers, but not anything to where he would be in the middle of the pack. He's definitely an elite quarterback.
Yeah.
He's the type of quarterback to make something out of nothing. So even if he doesn't have the most talented guys out there,
Mhm.
he'll still make things happen.
He could throw 40, 50 times a game. Like, he's just that guy.
Yeah.
And
Still
we've
got
seen
Kelsey.
we've seen the throws that he can make where he's not even looking at guys.
Well, Fitzpatrick can do that.
I saw that today.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Oh my god.
But,
It's
I
magic.
love
The
that man.
ageless wonder,
I
Ryan
love that
Fitzpatrick.
It's magic.
So obviously another big name in that offense is Travis Kelce.
Stud.
Stud.
Enough said.
Tight end 1 this year.
Easily.
I think if you're not going George Kittle, you gotta be
I
going
have him
Travis
at
Kelce,
2.
right?
What about Ertz though?
Versus 3.
Ertz is on a different level than those two, though. Those two are.
He's like a
Patrick
half,
Mahomes.
He's a
throwing
half
to.
step behind, I would say, Ertz is.
Carson Wentz got his money though.
He did. That he did. 5 year deal.
Mahomes is gonna get his.
Oh,
No,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the
He was
highest
the
paid
MVP
player.
last
Yeah,
year.
he's
Of
gonna be
course
the
he's gonna
highest
get
paid
his money.
Obviously, we love these guys, but like, we're gonna have to draft them if we like them so much, right?
Mhm.
Oh
And
yeah.
you're gonna have to take Kelsey at 2-4. That's nuts. I don't think I can take a tight end.
Kelsey's not going in our draft at 2-4.
Where's Kelsey gonna
He
go?
will go
Kelsey's
early
gonna go in the second round.
No,
Probably
no, no.
late
He'll
second
go in
round.
the
Late
second
second round.
Late second round where you know
I
you
would
can get a
take him
good.
there.
There's kind of a drop off right there, and then Travis Kelce just kind of like slides right in at the end.
No,
of
in
it.
our,
would take
in
him
our
as a
draft last year, Kelsey didn't go until
Third.
third.
Yeah, he
Gronk
fell
was
third.
the first one off the board,
This is
and
a
he went
different
in third.
Okay, but now Kelsey's coming off an insane season.
And
He's
all the
gonna go
other
in
tight
second.
ends did nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I
you
think,
think
yeah.
that
I think he's the at
just
least.
the absence of Gronk pushes his value up
No.
that much?
No, it has nothing to do with it.
I think
Yes.
he's already solidified as the
100%
top 2
does.
tight end in the league,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah. It was him and Gronk. So
was
now
him
that
and
Gronk's
Gronk.
out of there,
I
he's
think
more
Gronk-
highly prioritized.
Yeah.
Gronk was not that relevant last year either.
Going
But
into
like
the draft,
going
he
into
was.
the draft, he
Mhm.
was
Absolutely, he was.
for sure.
He just got injured
Gronk.
during the year.
Every year he is, but so is Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Kelsey definitely he had the most touchdowns in his career probably
Yeah.
last year. He had 1,336 yards, 10 receiving touchdowns.
That's better than like
103
a lot of
receptions.
wide receivers.
Yeah,
Everyone
he
had
was
their
the 10th ranked total of wide receivers, tight ends, and running backs in receiving yards.
everyone had their doubts about Gronk. Like, there's no reason Kelsey's not gonna have an insane season again.
Kelsey's the same age as Gronk. I just saw that.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
you wouldn't think it.
Yeah. What do we think
He's
of
healthier.
the running back
Yeah.
situation? in
BB
Kansas?
Williams was
Yeah.
named the starter like a week ago,
It's
So
insane.
yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
the Damian Williams show there.
and he's not very good at football. I think that might
I mean,
change.
he had a really good run in the playoffs. He
I hate that
definitely
guy.
helped bring them back against the Patriots.
But
he
then they
scored
lost.
like 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I
You
just
saw
don't
the
think he's
Dolphins,
trash.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's just a good offense.
Oh yeah,
It's just
I
an
agree.
amazing offense.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Put anyone in it. I think anyone would succeed. I think Carlos Hyde might take his job because I mean, maybe they roll out Damian Williams week 1 and they're not as successful as they think they're going to be, pounding the football with him. and they might have to throw Carlos Hyde in there a little bit, see what they have.
And
I wouldn't be surprised.
Damian Williams started 3 games last season. He had 50 touches for 256 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, those are good numbers.
It's all right. I mean, he played all 16 games, so his yards per game is 16. But in those 3 games, it's math.
Yeah.
It's good.
Don't worry about it. It's
8
solid.
is good. I don't know.
We get it.
It's solid with
We
like
all-
a touchdown a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all know what you're
80
saying.
yards per game, I think. Something like that.
You pull out your calculator.
No.
That
What?
guy's failing us
Oh,
right now.
Look, it's 256 yards over 3 games.
Garrett's-
25.6 divided by 3 is 8 and some change. It's a math podcast now.
So, if Tyreek doesn't play, what do you guys think of McCole Hardman, the kid they drafted? Because
I like Sammy Watkins more.
you like Sammy
Yeah.
Watkins over this guy.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Sammy
I
Watkins
don't like
is
Sammy
established.
Watkins at all. I think he's established
I think
as
Sammy-
an underachiever.
I believe that as well. I think Sammy Watkins.
And we were high. You and I were high on Sammy.
I used to really like Sammy Watkins, and I just think he's washed up now. I think he never just had it. I think he was just
He
overhyped.
can't. He's not even washed up. He was never in the ocean.
I don't know about that.
He was out there with the big boys for a little bit.
His
In
rookie
the
year,
little kiddie
he saw, I'm
clothes, yeah.
pretty sure, before
He
he
was
got
on the
hurt.
Rams, right?
He-
He was on the Rams for a little
Was he?
bit.
Yeah,
He
he was on the
got
Bills.
drafted by the Bills.
He got drafted by the Bills, but he
Went
was
to the
on the
Rams.
Rams, and the Rams were a good offense. They just never used him.
Yeah.
Right.
What
And
does
I-
that say about him as a player?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's just.
But I
nothing.
also think there's like a different tier for Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff.
Yeah, Mahomes does need somebody to throw to.
Yeah, he's going to throw it
Yeah.
to one of his options at wide receiver, and I think the most likely is Sammy Watkins.
I don't trust his ability to catch the ball. That
Walsh
slow.
hates Sammy Watkins.
I don't hate Sammy Watkins. I feel betrayed by him
Why?
Sammy Watkins.
because I thought he would be good.
He's been alright.
Yeah, I had some bad experiences with Sammy Watkins. Him on my bench, him scoring 20 points, me starting him scoring 0 points. So, just not a good scenario.
It's alright.
It sounds
But,
like you
um,
suck at fantasy or something.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it probably has
crazy.
a lot. to
How
do
many
with
rings
it.
do you have, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
So, who do we think's the MVP? Or wait, should we touch on the defense quick? What do we think of the
Yeah,
defense?
they
this year?
lost D Ford,
They gained Tyrann Mathieu,
which is big, but
They got Frank Clark.
Frank
Yeah,
Clark
they-
as well.
yeah.
They added some good guys to that defense.
Yep.
They're going to be better than they were last year.
Yeah.
That's probably
At
for
least.
sure.
Yeah, I mean they weren't very good last year. So yeah, I think they'll be an average defense.
Who's their defensive tackle they have? They have a really good D tackle.
Tamba Holly.
Chris Jones is it.
What?
Chris
Chris
Jones.
Jones,
He's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah, he
on their
is.
A
defense.
real unique.
He's the other side end, right?
So who do we think's the MVP? Patty?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
for
that,
sure.
Patty, right?
Yeah.
Big Daddy
100%.
Patty.
Jay's making a face.
Yeah. No, I think it's Kelsey.
Ooh.
I think you're gonna see another crazy season from Kelsey.
Interesting.
I think you're going to
against
see
everyone.
another number one quarterback for Patrick Mahomes. So
That too.
I'd rather have the number one quarterback.
I'd rather have the number 1 tight end.
Then the number 1 quarterback.
Walsh's face.
like-
Why is that crazy?
For
I'm gonna
You're
check
out
this.
of your gourd,
I'm
bro.
gonna check this right now for you,
Why is
just
that
to
crazy?
make you
Because
feel a little bad.
Quarterbacks are quarterbacks and tight ends are tight ends.
That doesn't help explain your point.
Then you won't get it.
Okay.
I mean, like for fantasy, like I don't blame you. Like there's a huge
Yeah.
drop off in tight ends.
100%.
Yeah.
I'd rather lock that position down, whereas I can
Yeah.
get a good option at quarterback.
Okay.
Rather
Travis
Travis
Kelce
Kelce
was
and
going
go
over
and never touch a key.
I just wanna-
draft anyone.
I just want to get this into your guys' heads. Last year, Patrick Mahomes was the number one ranked quarterback.
Yes.
He had in our league which is 5 point for touchdown passes. He had 467 points on the
Okay.
season. The second was Matt Ryan with 389. That is a huge gap for the quarterback position. I think his skill cap, his fantasy point cap is just so much higher
Oh, it's
than
nuts.
anybody else's.
But so is Kelsey's.
I'm gonna look that set up right now.
Hold on, I'll have some in like 2
Kittle had
seconds.
more receiving yards.
Nah,
Kittle had more
I
receiving
got
yards.
it.
Yeah, he did.
Think?
He, did.
So-
He said he broke his record, right?
In
You think he does that again though?
in our league,
Could do.
I got the stats up. In our league, Travis Kelce was the number 1 ranked tight end. He had 243 points. The second was Zach Ertz with 222. I'd rather take Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
as my MVP
it's just
because, like I said, he just scores way more points than his counterparts at the position.
Let's see. No, Travis Kelce's way more dominant at the position. Travis Kelce's finishes, ready? From week 1, I'm just going to read off his fantasy finishes, ready?
Sure.
He started off bad, remember? 52, but then he had 1, 3, 3, 3, 14, 9, 1, 1, 11, 1, and then he didn't play week 12. 1, 3, 5, 15, 8.
What does that average out to?
I don't know, but hold on. Ready for Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
Ready.
4, 2, 7, 11, 17, 6, 1, 5, 4, 13, 1 by 1, 6, 8, 6, 15. They're both are pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, I'd rather have Patrick, though. This is just
You
a
would?
personal
I don't know.
preference, yeah.
Yeah,
I
We're
hate
splitting
streaming
hairs.
my quarterback.
We're
I
splitting
hate it.
hairs.
It's supposed
I love streaming my quarterback.
I hate it.
It's so much fun.
It's annoying.
I do it
Because
for like stretches.
I always pick the wrong guy. That's
I
how
always
it
pick the right guy.
That's not a stream, that's a river.
Yeah, it is.
You river your quarterback.
I do. I take guys for like 4 weeks.
we're gonna go with the record of the Chiefs. I'm gonna say 13-3. What do you got, Chris?
I'll take 13-3 with you if Tyreek Hill plays at any point in the season, however many games it is, and I'll take 10-6 if he doesn't play a single game.
That's a good point. I've never heard that point before.
Hart, what do you got?
Technical
I'll take
difficulties.
12-4.
12-4. Welsh.
I'll go 13-3.
13-3 as well.
10-6.
10-6. Yeah, why? Same reason as Chris, or just because you're just your own guy?
Yeah, I think
It's because
They
Chris
must
said 10-6
struggle.
before the edit.
All right, moving on to the next team here. We got the Raiders. Obviously,
The
an interesting
Raiders.
team to watch. Traded basically everybody in Amari Cooper last season, and they have Derek Carr, but they got Antonio Brown this offseason. So
That's,
Yikes.
that's big. That's big for the offense.
3 first-round picks. They got Josh Jacobs, that other guy from Michigan, I think it was, and then well, I mean the other
Yeah,
one really
safety.
fantasy relevant is Josh Jacobs, but still to add to that offense.
they signed Tyrell Williams.
Tyrell Williams. I mean, what are you guys thinking? They're adding to the line. John Gruden getting what he needs to be a successful team.
I don't think Derek Carr is very good. I'm going to start off by saying that. I think he's a very overhyped quarterback for when he was really good.
Yeah.
But I do think Antonio Brown will help him out a lot.
I don't think they're trying to be good.
I don't think so either. But
Yeah.
Antonio Brown got money, and now he's just going to play. He's going to try and ball out because he's been talking mad shit about Juju. So like he's going to want to have a better season than Juju.
I think Gruden brought in Antonio Brown just to fill the cap because he didn't want to because he's trying to bomb, and he just.
Yeah, I don't think
I
that.
don't think he's
You
trying
think
to win.
Antonio Brown is an inside job by the Raiders?
I think Antonio
100%.
Brown was acquired for a good value, and that's why.
Oh
he
yeah,
got
you
him.
can't say no to Antonio Brown for a 3rd and a 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So
That's why I
I
don't
think it
know
was
why
kind
the
of a
Jets
steal.
didn't.
I don't know. I don't know with that organization.
I think
No.
he's just another way to fill seats until they go to Las Vegas.
he's still going to be solid for fantasy. I think he's going to be a high end wide receiver too. My guess.
Yeah,
I think,
I do too.
I think he'll be better than that. I think he'll be a mid to low range wide receiver 1.
So would you?
Even that is still so sad to like hear this come out of
I
our
know.
mouths.
Yeah, he was.
So good for so long.
Yeah.
That being said, would you take him at his ADP of the 2nd round, 7th pick?
Yes, I would take him there.
You would?
I'd feel comfortable with him there.
You said high end wide receiver 2 though. You'd take a high end wide receiver 2
Yeah.
in the 2nd round.
Yeah, 'cause his fucking ceiling is ginormous.
Yeah.
He could go off, like very easily. It's just more risky.
But no, I mean, who's going in front of him? You know, like
Travis Kelce. Who would
Yeah.
you rather have? We just talked about him.
Ooh, who would you
AB or
rather?
Kelsey? That's a
Yeah.
good question.
would you rather?
Kelsey?
I think I'd
Yeah.
rather have Kelsey.
I would take Kelce. too.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I think I'd take Kelsey. Would you rather take Evans or Antonio Brown?
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
His ADP is
I'm-
lower.
I-
than
that wasn't
AB.
me saying Mike Evans. I was asking to reiterate
Yeah,
that
sorry.
it was Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Mike Evans or AB?
Yeah, sorry.
AB.
I'll say AB as well. I don't hate Derek Carr more than I hate Jameis Winston going into this year. I do think there is hope in Derek Carr. We've seen what he could do in the past. Jameis Winston, I don't know, man.
I think,
or they might just overuse the shit out of Jameis and just they'll throw it a bunch and maybe Mike Evans will get a bunch of points.
I think that exact thing. I think
What about
Jameis Winston's going to be like the Buccaneers as a team are going to be very, very bad. So they're going to have to throw the ball a lot. So big points for Mike Evans. That's what they did last year.
They lost their number 2 and number 3 wide receivers in the offseason.
I don't think that makes a difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike
but
Evans
aren't
does.
the Raiders going to be in the same situation where they're going to be losing, need to throw the ball?
But I also think they have a good running back and a better supporting cast.
And
around
Josh
Antonio
Jacobs?
Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if they're down, they're not going to run the ball.
Name the Buccaneers running back that has fantasy value.
None of them, but
exactly.
getting into that though, what do you think of Josh Jacobs heading into this year?
I think he's
I like his ADP.
And where do you think he is
love
in
it.
drafts?
I think he's a 3-down back.
Third.
So
3rd or 4th.
Third round
I would
pick?
take him.
Yeah,
I would take him
third.
third, fourth round.
Yeah.
Late third, early fourth.
Wow.
Yeah.
You roll him out as your RB1.
No.
What if you went wide receiver?
Yeah,
Would
if
you
I
take
did
him in the
that.
third?
It depends.
I would
'cause
feel a
you
lot
might,
more comfortable as an RB2.
You might be
Yeah,
able, depending
I
on
would too.
how late you're taking him in the third, it could be like back to back or like 2 picks in between or something
Yeah,
like
you
that,
can do
and
it.
then you can get another stud running back to like secure them.
Yeah.
So it's like running back 1A on your team basically, or like 2 and like 2A.
Yeah.
I like going wide receiver
Yeah,
and
2A,
running back
2B.
1 and 2.
Well, yeah.
I don't like having 2 of like either the first 2
Yeah.
rounds.
I think the drop off in running backs is really hard in those
Yeah.
first 2 rounds. So I think if you're not getting a running back there, it's just tough.
I
Because
think
you
there's
get
also-
your RB1 and your wide receiver 1.
I think there's also a really hard drop off after Devontae Adams and Nook. So if you can get like Devontae Adams with the last pick and then Nook with your very next pick, those are amazing wide receivers to have, and that's like, why not go? wide
Yeah, because
receiver,
they're
wide
more
receiver
valuable
there?
than some RB1s.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be dirty.
That'd be crazy. I doubt it'll happen. They'll probably both go in the first round, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
For
so
sure.
Probably like 7 and 8 or something like that.
yeah,
6 and
around
7.
there. Also, in drafts, I think it's better to have an early pick. I think there's better options there for first round and second round.
Yeah, I want a top 4 pick.
I kind of like the late round this year though.
All right, you take it.
I like the
Take
mid
it.
round.
Okay, cool. I want Saquon. That's what I really want.
You want the first pick?
Yeah, I want first pick. I want Saquon.
I want McCaffrey.
You want CMC this year?
Yeah.
If you're gonna take Saquon, I'll give you the first pick.
I want Lev.
Word.
I want Lev this year.
Jets fan in the building.
Anybody else we want to look at on the Raiders? Is there any? They got rid of Jared Cook now, right?
Yep.
So they don't have a tight end,
They'll have one.
but
They
won't
have
be anyone.
Antonio Brown. That's basically all they need.
Yeah, he's basically a tight end.
What do you think of
He's
Tyrell
basically
Williams?
the best pass catcher in the league.
Late round flyer.
Nah, not even.
Nope.
He had that value on the Chargers. He's not going to have that value on the Raiders.
No shot.
Yeah.
Philip Rivers is better than Derek Carr. Hot take.
Derek Carr did
That's
support.
not that hot of a take.
It's not that.
Sizzling.
Derek Carr did support a large cast of wide receivers though when he was
Amari and Crabtree.
and who was that deep threat dude? Seth Roberts or something.
Oh yeah,
He's
so
okay.
He had some good games.
Okay.
Crabtree was a touchdown machine though, and so was Amari Cooper.
We'll see how it plays out. I also think Antonio Brown is like
yeah, he's a
very
touchdown
good.
machine.
Incredible.
He's the
Yeah.
machine that created the touchdown machine.
Correct.
Yep.
Anybody on the defense we want to go over? Their defense isn't that great, but they did.
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack? Oh,
kidding.
wait. Let's
Yeah,
get rid
bye.
of the best defensive player in the league for a first round pick. And then say we need a pass rusher.
Yeah,
Good job,
they
Gruden.
essentially traded Khalil Mack for Cleveland Farrell.
Yeah.
Great job. Solid plays.
So
On that note, who's the MVP of the team?
Hot take, Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
I could see it, but I want to say Derek Carr. I'm going to go with my gut and say Derek Carr. I think he's going to have a better year than people expect.
AB.
By the way, for these MVP things, are we doing like the fantasy MVP?
I've just
Or
been
like-
going like who I think is just going to pop off.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then it's like kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Word.
That's what I mean. Like,
I'm more confident with Josh Jacobs knowing that now.
I'll take AB as my MVP.
I will also take AB.
Yep.
You got AB?
Yeah, I said AB too.
All right.
What?
So now we go into the records, right?
Yep.
Yep.
What do you
Sure.
guys think for the record of the Raiders this year?
Hmm.
3-13.
Yeah, they're
5
not
and 11.
6 and 10.
4-12.
6 and 10. G, make a legitimate prediction.
Me?
Yeah.
3-13.
Okay. I thought you said 13 and 3.
Oh.
I'm audibly dyslexic.
Heading to the Chargers now. So one of the main guys you think of when you think of the Chargers is Melvin Gordon. What do you guys think of Melvin Gordon this year?
Big boy plays.
Yeah,
Big
Yeah.
boy
Can you go back?
touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
This
He'll-
guy is a touchdown machine.
Yeah, he scored so many touchdowns.
He's gonna get his.
Machine.
It's stupid.
He's gonna be another RB1.
He'll be who he is. I mean, he's consistent.
Consistently, like, great.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's. Let's look at his numbers last.
Injury issues, though. That is definitely a concern.
He only
does
played
have
12 games last year.
A career
Melvin?
backup
Yeah.
in Austin Eckler, so you draft him if you draft.
What
Melvin
about
Gordon.
Justin Jackson? He kind of came alive when Melvin was hurt last year and, like, played well.
I think Austin Eckler was still
Bad.
the main guy.
No, I think he, like,
It was
played bad and Justin Jackson, like, started to take over at
did.
the end.
Well, and then he got hurt too.
Yeah, I was gonna say he
sure.
got hurt.
Yeah, he did. Melvin Gordon was a top 12 running back 2/3 of weeks last season when he played,
That's amazing.
which is nuts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's worth that. I think I would take him 5th if I had the 5th pick because he'd probably fall to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might sneak in a Devontae Adams right there, but
Yeah.
So Melvin had 885 rushing yards last year in 12 games, but he had 10 touchdowns. So his touchdown efficiency is ridiculous.
almost a touchdown a game right there. That's
Yeah.
ginormous. And yards on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good. Just
So
so
73.8 yards a game.
That rookie season is just a flop on his resume.
Yeah.
Not
is.
yards wise. Touchdown. He had 1 touchdown or 0 touchdowns?
Zero. He
Yeah,
didn't
I mean,
score.
but yards were there.
Yeah.
It's the one
So he'll
flop
get-
season.
Yard production, but the touchdowns came around in the past couple of years, and they're going to be there.
Yeah, he's gonna get his carries, get his volume. What do you guys think of Keenan Allen?
He's very good.
Still probably a low end wide receiver 1, high end wide receiver 2.
Yes.
So, yeah, wherever you draft him at like those ranges, it's probably a good pick. He's gonna get his touches. He's always a target machine, and he was scoring touchdowns last year. Towards the end of the season, he kind of came alive, and I feel like that's him every year. So if you can survive the first few weeks with him, like you're pretty good for the end of the season.
Dude, he gets a lot of touchdowns for them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You get 97 receptions, 1,196 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
All 3 fumbles.
Well, yikes.
That's kind of a split thing.
Yeah.
There's aisle.
Also, I think Mike Williams is going to be pretty huge
Big
for them
for
this
them. Yeah.
year. I think he's going to be solid, especially with the loss of Tyrell Williams. There's only one Williamsboro left, so
He's
There
gotta
can only
step
be
up now
one.
and fill that receiver too.
Yeah. absolutely. And he's a big boy, and they drafted him in the first round, like
Yeah.
2 years ago, I
He
believe.
was like the 7th pick. He was like a really
Yeah.
high pick.
And they got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he started 5 games last year. He had 10 touchdowns and 15.4 yards per reception.
Those solid numbers.
Over the past 3 years, Keenan Allen's been one of the top 10 most consistent receivers in fantasy.
For sure.
Yeah, like that's another thing I like about Keenan is he's like him and Melvin is you know exactly what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're going to get exactly their value.
Yeah.
But that all kind of relies on your man.
P Rivs,
Yes, sir. Well, how do you think he's gonna do this year?
I think he's gonna pop out a couple more kids, and then he's gonna go on an ultimately disappointing playoff run.
He's
But
always
no,
Yeah.
he'll be good. Let's see his numbers last year. He had 4,308 receiving yards, 32 passing yards, 32 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. That's a Philip Rivers season.
Yeah.
Also, I want to say, I believe the Chargers are the best team in the AFC right now. So
They're
I think-
very good,
I think this
Yeah.
is their year to make the Super Bowl.
and their defense is yummy.
Very good.
I think they can beat the Patriots.
You do.
Yeah, I think they can.
I think
especially with Tom Brady only getting older and not throwing as much. Like the Chargers still have a very, very solid defense if they could stay healthy. If the team as a whole could stay healthy, they're going to be amazing.
Yeah, Joey's a huge player for them too.
And Melvin Ingram's great too.
Derwin James,
second-year player, just going to be another beast again. They have
looking good.
They have an amazing team.
They're looking good.
What'd you have to say about P Rivs, Jack?
Last year, he was a top 12 quarterback 40% of the time, which is like not good.
Yeah, no, he's not.
He's like 14th.
He's not a starting. He's never been a starting quarterback in fantasy.
Yeah, it's rough, but he's always been streamable. So.
Yeah, I mean he puts up good numbers consistently, but it's just.
Melvin steals a lot of touchdowns from him.
Oh, for sure. And all the wide receivers there.
Who do they got at tight end?
Hunter Henry.
Yeah. Is Antonio Gates still playing?
No,
Nah,
I think he officially
He's
retired.
done? Good.
I
It's
think
about
he
time.
only came back last year because they lost Hunter Henry like right before the season started.
So
Makes sense.
Gronk's gonna do this year.
Definitely.
They still think that he could play.
Gronk.
Late
Yeah,
round
the Patriots said that they wouldn't be surprised if he just showed up.
If
He
he
was
showed
just
up,
like in the facility one day when they opened it
No,
up.
if he was just like he was just hiding under some furniture that's in the facility. But
if he comes back, pick him up. That's all I'm saying.
Last year, Philip Rivers, his good weeks always like came against like the really predictable bad defenses. So like he was like he finished like as 3 versus the Chiefs, 11 versus the Bills. Like he's a very good streamer.
Mhm.
Like it's very easy
Yeah,
to
I think I
predict when he's
streamed
gonna
him
go
last
off.
year.
You know,
Mhm.
that's a very good attribute for a streamer.
Yeah.
They're not usually that predictable.
yeah,
Phil's our boy.
I think they'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
good. I don't know if they'll make the Super Bowl, but I think they'll be good.
I think they have a easier shot than any NFC team does.
I think they have
Yeah.
one of the best overall teams, like
Yeah.
one of the most
Just their
complete teams
roster.
in the league.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
They have so much talent everywhere.
All right. Who do we think's the MVP?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Melvin.
Yeah, I'll go with Melvin.
I don't know if I can go with Melvin though, because their defense is crazy too. Like
Yeah, Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa.
Joey's a beast.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, like he's probably a top 3 defensive end in the league. Like he could ball out. He can really apply the pressure. And that's what they need.
He's my pick.
Yeah, I'd probably pick Joey Bosa too.
Heart we got.
I'll take Philip Rivers.
Philip Rivs.
Yeah, Rivs.
Okay.
Nice.
First ballot Hall of Fame.
Team goes like the quarterback goes.
What do you got, Welsh?
I said Melvin already.
Oh right. Okay. I thought you were gonna support some P Rivs there. But,
I do support him with my love and adoration, but thinking about it in a production perspective, I would have to hand it off to Melvin.
All right. I got the Chargers going 12-4.
What flavor
I
is
got
that?
them going 13-3.
13-3. What do you
They're
got,
gonna be
Chris?
13-3.
Real good.
12-4.
12-4.
I think they could make a Super Bowl run.
Super Bowl run too.
They
Yeah. Oh.
Challenge the Patriots. But
For
they'll
sure.
probably
Right.
lose.
Probably just from coaching.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That wraps up that episode. First one for the AFC. We'll come back with a new one, doing another division soon. But thanks for listening. Peace out.
Peace out.
See ya.
Later.
Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That
and subscribe.